I know some of you guys were expecting a match reaction from yesterday's game against AC Milan, but for some reason I just felt very lazy. That's a very it's a common thing of mine. I'm working on it. You have to give me a few months to overcome that adversity. But yeah, yesterday, if you remember, I did my preview. I said my preview that I was going to do a follow up in the match reaction to the game against Milan, but things didn't go as planned, and I didn't really do the match reaction yesterday. Like I said, I was just lazy. And speaking of such, as you guys know, some of you guys know, I reside in Canada, right? And of course, the weather is cold, but outside is very shiny. It's about 7 to 9 degrees outside, and yeah, the sun is shining. And I was expecting, because I did a class this morning, I wanted to go outside to, mingle fellowship, meet some girls, meet some guys, play football, have a walk, just enjoy the sunlight basically. You know what I did? I went to bed instead. Yeah, bro. So, I mean, I have a tendency to procrastinate or to be lazy. I don't think I'm as lazy as Martial, but I think Martial have me beat in a category. But welcome to another podcast of the current situation at Manchester United. Just to give a brief notes from yesterday's game. I was watching the game, but like I said, I was sleeping the first 15 minutes of the game against Milan yesterday. Yeah, I'm a lot, I'm a lot, yeah, I'm a lackadaisical brother. Not as lackadaisical as Matic, but speaking of Matic, Matic played yesterday in yesterday's game. He was not as bad as I expected because Milan is a side that presses. That's something I noticed, and that was something that was broken down at halftime. Milan is a side that presses and tries to oppress the opposition. Is me. Yesterday's game, like I said, I didn't watch the first 15 minutes of the first half, but slowly but surely I watched the last 30 minutes of the game, plus extra time. But in the first half, Manchester United was trying to create space, trying to have possession, trying to be tied in possession so that we can hurt the opposition. But the actual thing is that we there was a goal that was actually scored from, I think it was Kessie. Yeah, I think it was a volley on his right foot, Kessie, and it was actually a handball. No, what I noticed was that no United player was appealing for the handball. I think they were expecting. They were like, man, that was a good goal. I'm not going to say ref sideline man. That's not a, that's not a. I mean, it's a handball. Like people were saying, that's a good goal, but actually it was a handball. So that goal was retracted. And wonder who scored yesterday, man. Oh, speaking of that, no, I understand that Harry Maguire is a defender, and goal scoring is not his claim to fame. Scoring is not his game. But this nigga should be ashamed of what he did yesterday in front of the goal. My man, like I say on Twitter, my man, that's probably the worst miss I've seen since Yakubu's miss in the 2010 World Cup. My dead grandfather could have scored that, and he's dead. He's maggot right now. He's dirt right now, and he can score that. Maguire, bro, you're captain of Manchester United. How could you miss that? Huh? How could you miss? No, like I said, you're a defender, so you didn't know any better. But what are you doing on training? I'm pretty sure, well, your defensive game needs to be worked on. That's number one. Two, you need to be better in terms of your set pieces. Not just clearing out the ball, but scoring. Is me. That's what you need to be working on, bro. But yeah, that miss had me beat. That miss really, that miss, man. That miss. But who else? Who scored yesterday? Who scored yesterday? Who scored yesterday? I have to go look it up because I cannot believe who scored. Give me a second. Against Milan. This is Milan. Okay, let's talk about. Oh, I don't know. I forgot that. Martial, I think in the first half, I think he suffered from an injury as well as Marcus. Well, Rashford was not in the squad. Is him Rashford was not in the squad, so that's kind of telling because we need Rashford and we cannot have no disrespect to Daniel James, but we cannot have a sickle cell looking nigger that's from Wales looking. When this nigga is dribbling, it's like he have his arms at the sign of him. That is not how again I ain't go criticize or but the way how he dribbles with the ball is like he has sickle cell or something like that, or he has some illness. So it's going to be very interesting to see who how we're going to play without Marcus Rashford. But um what I was going to say again, that's something I really hate when I'm doing videos. Just forget your points like that. Um Yeah. Oh, I was going to say Martial had an injury in the first half and he came off at first at half time. And for the first time, no, it's actually the second time, man like Ahmad Diallo, yeah, Ahmad Diallo came on. And I don't know if he was watching Van Persie's goal against one of Van Persie's goal, the header he did against Spain in the World Cup 2014, where Blind played the ball to Van Persie and he just flicked it over Casillas. But my man basically, he reincarnated. Let me just say that he reincarnated that goal that was scored in the World Cup 2014 by Van Persie. And it was a set piece taken from Bruno Fernandes, and Bruno Fernandes with the ball over the top. Fine, a fight. This nigga is nowhere near 6 foot. Nowhere near 6 foot. Ahmed Diallo is nowhere near 6 foot. But the way how he uses height effectively, he just flicked the ball over his run between the defenders was exceptional, and he just flicked it over the goalkeeper, which was Donnarumma. Yeah, so that yeah, he has his first goal. Man United, I don't think that will be his first goal. Nowhere near. This is a guy for the future. Very proud of that goal from Ahmed Diallo. But as you know, what's wrong with Manchester United in terms of defensive display? It seems as though we're going to, go out or win the game, have a one goal advantage. But I guess the AI of FIFA had was endowed on the A.C.Milan squad. Because if you guys have ever played FIFA, especially on Legendary, you are even world class. You would know that if it's in the 9 minutes of the game, just believe that the AI is going to work against you. The demonic spirit of the AI is going to work against you on FIFA. Like if you're leading by one goal, they're going to try to knock the ball without you even touching the ball or even getting the ball. If you try to get the ball, it's going to be a foul. And that is why a lot of controls are broken. Same thing with Milan. Milan, I don't know if this was their game plan, but Milan got a corner. This is me. And from that corner, one of the defenders headed the ball, beating Henderson. Now, people have been very skeptical and critical of Henderson because they thought that this English nigga should have made amends based on that save. Like they thought he should have saved it, have done better in the situation. I'll just say this: this shouldn't excuse David De Gea. Well, speaking of David De Gea, side note on that, my man is back from Spain. Because his missus has delivered his babe. So, you know, the United Sun is live now, bro. You have to go it because I'm doing a video. So, yeah, people are saying that David De Gea would have done better in that situation. It's a give and take because David De Gea, for the past and last almost 3 years now, because ever since that World Cup opening against Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal side, he's never been a world class player. Is me, he has not been on the same side of world class. He's been very good on that side in terms of world class prior to the game against Portugal in the World Cup 2018. Ever since 2018, my man has been on a routine to not being a world class goalkeeper. Is me. So he probably had a PTSD moment or something like that where he's been traumatized by the hat trick scored by Ronaldo. But my man has not been the same since. He's not been the same. So him people saying on Twitter that he's going to be the same notifications. He would have saved, that goal that was scored. I mean, we're not God, bro, so we can't see the future, is me. So we can't really say if he would have saved it or not. So yeah. So if things stay the way it is in the second leg, I beg that doesn't happen because Milan has the advantage because they score an away goal. They have an away goal to their name, and it kind of bothers us because we should have scored the chances that we were given. Daniel James was given a chance to score. Dude, you're an attacker. You should have done better than that. I know you have been informed, but I have to inform you about not taking a chances, bro. You should have scored that chance, bro. Maybe you were fantasizing and reminiscing on Fernando Torres' miss against Man United in 2012 at Old Trafford. But bro, we cannot afford for you to be doing that. You're a player, isn't me? You are an attacker. You're a goal scorer. You should be scoring. Don't be like Fernando Torres. Okay? Torres was world class prior to 2011. No, back to what I was saying. So the downside was that we didn't take our chances. And that it kinda hurt us in the long run. Daniel James was given a chance. Harry Maguire definitely was given a chance. I think Kai Rooney, one of Rooney's son, could have scored that. So there you go. What else? Oh, your boy Bruno Fernandes has won the goal of the month in terms of February, and that was the goal against Everton at Old Trafford. The Beckham X goal, yeah. People are saying that, that goal was voted by the Premier League Twitter account or the Premier League in general. People say, yo, Bruno Fernandes goal against Everton. This has to be goal of the month. Of course, the haters came out, the naysayers came out, the rival fans came out in the comment section of the Twitter post and said, man, you people are licking Bruno Fernandes' ass. Why are you giving this nigga a pass for winning the goal of the month? This dude is not good. That was a penalty. This dude is not good without penalties. Why are you giving this dude goal of the month? Haters are going to always hate, bro. I don't, I they're just unstoppable. Before I go into the preview of the West Ham match, I just want to flesh out a few stuff. There's been talks about Eric Bay getting a new contract. I'm not really sure about that, but because Eric Bay is not a player as built as he is, because he's a black man, let us just get that out of the way. As black as a man he is, that's poor English, but as strong as a strong bull as Bay is, he's not. He's a pseudo bull. He's a pseudo bull. Meaning he's a fakey. Meaning that on the outskirts, externally, my man looks like a raging bull, and he's a raging bull. But a raging bull is plagued with injuries. He is not a healthy, full-fledged, fit bull. This dude, if you give him a run of games, just have the thought in your mind that this dude is going to serve time off the field because he's going to get injured. And this is not me hating on Bay because, I have a love for a brother, is me. So when I say a black man, I'm saying, yo, go for it, man, go for it. But the fact is that he's injury prone. He's plagued with injuries. So him getting a new contract, I'm not really, I'm not really gung ho on that because things can just snap like that. But we'll see what happened though. Okay, let us get into the preview against West Ham United. Speaking of that, it's been said that Jesse Lingard wants to sign a permanent deal with West Ham, given his vein of form recently. No, hold on. No, my thing is this, bro. You were not saying that. I'm pretty sure if you were not scoring those types of goals, because I think he has 4 goals in 6 appearances, which is very good. I'm pretty sure if he didn't have that form, he wouldn't have been begging for a permanent deal. This is your first, no way. This is probably your second month being a loanee at West Ham. Of course, things can turn for the worse. So you shouldn't be singing the first verse of saying, "Yo, I want to sign a permanent deal with West Ham." That's not how things go. You have to wait until your loan spell has elapsed, has served its time. Then you can take time pondering, thinking, reminiscing, and in saying that you want to have a permanent deal so you can have dealings with West Ham permanently. You see me? So just because you're informed, bro, I don't think it's best to inform yourself about getting a permanent deal. Because that deal can just go haywire. So, oh, it's best I just say this because I woke up this morning, of course. I woke up to some news based on the Sheffield United's coach, I would say, previous coach, because he left the role as manager at Sheffield United, Chris Wilder. Now, Chris Wilder, some persons are saying that he's been sacked. He's been sacked. Some persons are saying he left the role because of neutral consent. I believe, because I think he's a long life Sheffield United fan, Chris Wilder, is me. And when he came into the job, I don't think there were a lot of high expectations other than just surviving in the Premier League when he came in the Premier League. So there was not a lot of things that was endowed or shoved on his shoulders, is me. When he came into the Premier League with Sheffield United, with Dean Henderson, of course, he and Sheffield United finished 9th place in the Premier League. Let me repeat that. 9th place in the Premier League. Just came from relegation. No, well, it's really what I would call relegation league, but it's basically league, the championship. Yeah, the championship. This is me. So from the championship, they'll finish in the top 10 of the Premier League. Sheffield United, of course, with the assistance of Dean Henderson. Yes, sir. Yeah. This season, things have turned for the worse. They're in 20th place now, with at least 1 or 2 wins. One is unfortunate against Manchester United, but the rest of games they have not been really up to it, and I think that's due to the quality of the squad. You know, Sheffield United has not been at it this season because the quality of the squad is just poor. You see me? So once, Dean Henderson, heel foot, left Sheffield United, the quality of the squad just went, hold on, just went down. Just went down. It has not been the same ever since. I personally believe that the upper room, what I would call the upper room persons had a meeting with Chris Wilder and said, "We know you're a long life Sheffield United fan. Things are not going as planned because we're in 12th place, 20th place, I should say, since we're in 20th place. So I'll just say this right now. It's best we excuse you from the role. We're not going to say, well, on paper, we basically sacked you, but we don't want to say we sacked you. We want to say that we excused you from the role. We ain't go say we sacked you, because that's what we did. We sacked you basically, but we don't want the papers to be saying that we sacked. No, there's some papers that will be saying we sacked you, but we don't want that to be the outskirts of reality. We don't want a lot of persons to be saying that we sacked you, but just be excused. And I think that is what happened with Chris Wilder. So now he's not the manager. Hold on. For United, Sheffield United, let me get that out of the way. No more. So with that digression being said, let us get into the preview against West Ham. Now, your boy, the former Manchester United manager, it's David, yeah, Dave, I thought it was Dave Moyes. David Moyes, if that's his real name, first name. David Moyes, yes, is a manager for West Ham, and he's actually did bits at West Ham. No, David Moyes is not really a jokester, as a lot of fans on Twitter or other forums would make him out to be. Let us understand, let us remember that people had that same energy for Brendan Rodgers when he didn't deliver the trophy for Liverpool, and even after Liverpool, although he did bits when he was at Celtic, Rodgers. But still, people were criticizing him and say, oh, Brendan Rodgers is not a top manager. Fast forward to today, my man is doing bits with Leicester. Leicester is in the top 4 of the Premier League. Now, that is not for sure, because things can change as what the Premier League does, but David Moyes and his squad has done bits this season. They have gained points, they have gained experience, and they want to probably get Champions League football, which is actually exceeding their expectation. No, I haven't really watched how they played per se with Ham, but I'll just say this. West Ham is not playing the type of football that Bilic was playing when he was in charge of West Ham. Now, it's funny because David Moyes is a manager that doesn't really play pretty football. Definitely when he was at Man United, definitely when he was at Everton. Is me. He's like a route one type of manager. Is me. But at West Ham this season, his side is actually playing good football with the leadership of Mark Noble, and his captain is Declan Rice, which is like 22 years old, which I find very interesting. So they have been very, very good this season. With that being said, you know what I'm going to be saying. Manchester United is going to be playing at Old Trafford against West Ham. So obviously we have an advantage in our hands. But considering the form of West Ham with your boy Jesse Lingard, of course, I don't even think he's going to be playing against Manchester United, because he's a loanee, but I think he'll go to Old Trafford. Maybe not in the squad per se, but I think he'll be at Old Trafford to watch the game itself. But anyway, Manchester United, although they have the advantage of playing at Old Trafford, we should not see this as, oh, okay, we're going to just beat them off the bat like that. We have to go there with a game plan. Yesterday, we didn't really have a game plan against Milan, and that showed, which was funny because someone alluded to this on Twitter that if you watched yesterday's game, you would know if I should say this now. He was basically saying, again, I'm not going to say the name of the account because I don't remember the name of the account, but the account was basically saying that if you were watching these two, that was United and Milan yesterday, you couldn't tell if they were like in second place in their both respective leagues, because they're in second place in both of their respective leagues. But based on how they played, you wouldn't be able to know that. So going back to what I just said, we need a game plan to display and portray on the pitch. Marcus Rashford is injured based on what no again. I think he's injured. Martial got a knock yesterday. I think Cavani is going to start, but we get into the Premier League starting 11 in a second. But Manchester United needs to be very tactful, which has been very. See, I'm kind of losing my thought right now, but United need to be very strategic in their game plan against West Ham. West Ham is playing ball this season. They have David Moyes as their manager, not Jose, not Pep Guardiola, not no other top class attacking or possession based manager. They have David Moyes. So my point is that we need to be going to Old Trafford, of course, which is our home, and be battering West Ham. We need to be, yes, the title is out of our hands, but we still need to go. We need to be as what Liverpool was to Man City a couple seasons ago. Because remember when City overtook Liverpool, Liverpool's kept winning games, but City kept winning games. That is what we need to be doing. Because City can probably slip up at some point. No one knows. Because they slipped up against us. We won against them. They lost against us. So we need to be keeping that 11-point deficit very closely by winning against West Ham. We need a game plan. So my starting 11 is obviously Dean Koons, Dean Henderson in goal. Right back is Wan-Bissaka. Lindelof is going to start, I know that for a fact. Harry Maguire is going to start, I know that for a fact. Luke Shaw will be playing. He's been in impeccable form this season. In midfield is Fred and Scott McTominay. I don't think Matic is going to start as a double pivot. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes as the number 10. On the left wing, considering Rashford's injury, it's best to say that Daniel James might play on the left wing. You know, my man might probably score a hat-trick. We'll see about that. Left wing is Daniel James. Again, this is just my prediction. Leave your predictions down below in the comment section. Who's going to start for Manchester United? And give your starting level. So as I was saying, mine is Mason Greenwood will be starting on the right hand side. And of course up top, it's Cavani. So that's my starting level. So again, give your starting level below. Your prediction down below. My prediction is 2-0. I think that will be more than enough. Get a clean sheet. Yeah, 2-0 to United. Yeah. For now, for sure, I'll be doing a match reaction on Sunday. Yeah, I'll be doing a follow-up on Sunday. So yeah. I'll show you guys in the next video. Podcast on Sunday. I hope we get a 2-0. Even if it's like a 4-0 win or a 5-0 win. If it brings 3 points, we'll be happy with that. That's my point. So I'll show you guys on Sunday. Peace.